Hi everyone, I am going to walk through this Pulsegrid, a project I built to practice my core DevOps skills. I'm bit on a learning curve. It's a habit tracker app split into three microservices sitting behind an Nginx gateway with full observability through Prometheus and Grafana. So let's get to the terminal. And everything runs through Docker Compose file. So, so there are six containers, three fast API services, Nginx, Prometheus, and Grafana, all on in a single internal network. Let's hit the actual API through gateway. First, I create a user. Okay. Now I create a habit for that user. This call actually goes to habit service, which internally calls user service to verify the user exists before creating the habit. Now I will mark it as complete and pull the aggregated stats which comes from stat service calling habit service. So this is the stats and we can see. And here's the failure path. If I try to create a habit for a user that doesn't exist, habit service, check the user service phase, and I get an error instead of broken habit record. Yes, I can see that. Now let's get to the Prometheus. Prometheus scrapes matrices from all three service every 5 seconds. Done. You can see all three targets are up. Each service exposes a metric endpoint automatically through the fast API instrumenter. If I Okay, let's get to the graph now. If I query HTTP request total, I can that see every endpoint hit broken down by status code to successes and failures. So if I see the graphs look like this in some case. Okay. Now let's use the rate. Okay. I change the expression and it's using the rate over the counter gives me request per second instead of a row total. This is the shape Grafana actually graphs. This is Grafana dashboard built on top of same Prometheus data. Total requests per endpoint breaks down average responses duration per route um, and success rate over time, all live references every 5 seconds. I can switch between services using this dropdown to isolate any of the three services. On every push, GitHub Actions runs the test suite for all three services and validates the Docker builds so broken code never silently reaches the main. Okay, so this was Pulsegrid, three services, one gateway, full observability, built to understand how these pieces actually fit together in a real system.